Sound check, sound check. Yo, what's good, ladies and gents? We are back dito sa MCT Season 2 and we are going to continue our intense matchups after a week, no? Isang linggo tayong nagpahinga technically. Isang linggo tayong wala sa MCT, guys, dahil kami nagkaroon ng appearance sa Heroes Clash Demo BBP Pop Tournament. So, 2 araw na tournament yon. Grabe, sobrang bilis lang ng pangyayari. It's been a week already since nung what do you call this? Since nung day 1 ng elimination round. Grabe, sobrang bilis na pangyayari. That's already 1 week. And we are back once again dito sa ating mga laban, no? Ladies and gents, again, unang serye natin para sa gabing ito is going to be Starlight Lovelies versus Rachel Lovers. So, tataasan na natin yung volume ng game. I hope naririnig nyo pa din ako kahit tumaas ang aking volume. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another best of 3 action dito sa ating MCT Season 2. This is already week number 9 at ilang sandali na lang, ilang linggo na lang din ay tayo makakapasok na sa ating playoff stage, no? So, dito na natin malalaman kung sino-sino ba yung mga teams na magka-qualify for the playoffs dahil dikit, no? Dikit ang ating middle area natin. Yung middle area natin sobrang dikit. And let's have a look at the team standings bago tayo pumunta dun sa naging 1 week nating pahinga. We have JMS Esports, Raging Foxies, Starlight Lovelies, Rachel Lovers, Maxer PC Esports, and the rest all in the green zone. And we only have Korean Sekai on the yellow zone. And magkakaroon sila ng laban mamaya pagkatapos nitong serye nito. And on the red area, ito yung mga eliminated na nating teams. It's going to be Oniriri Esports, Mahjong Legends, and Dana Believers, no? So ngayon, ladies and gentlemen, basically magpapataasan na lang, no, ng points itong Rachel Lovers at ang ating Starlight Lovelies dahil sila ngayon ay nasa top 4 if I'm not mistaken. Playoff secured na rin ata ang ating Rachel Lovers dito, no? We'll see. We'll have a quick recap. Pero ayun nga, no, ladies and gentlemen, yep, Starlight Lovelies ay playoff secured na. And I'm not sure about Rachel Lovers, no? Playoff secured na din ba sila dito? Pero dito na tayo magkakaroon ng mga playoff secured, mga magpapaalam. Itong linggo na to, basically pang seal the deal talaga itong mga laban natin para sa araw na to. So shoutout sa ating 6 viewers dyan. Keep safe sa inyong lahat. Oras natin 9:04 ng gabi. Ingat sa inyong lahat dahil meron po tayong bagyo ngayon, no? Ito na mistaken. So may mga ilang lugar o may ilang bahagi ng Pilipinas currently nakakaranas ng mga malakas na pagulan at malakas na hangin, no? So ingat po ang lahat. I hope na ready ang bawat isa sa inyo. Meron kayong gamit, meron kayong mga emergency contacts kung sakali man. Pero sana wag naman, no? Sana wag naman. So prayers up for everyone. Ingat kayong lahat dyan. Stay safe, guys. Stay indoors muna. Wala munang lalabas, no? Stay safe, stay dry. Dahil malakas ang bagyo ngayon. And pasok naman tayo sa ating esports news, mga kaibigan. Ang ating pinakabagong MSC champion is going to be none other than Team Spirit as they won their match up against Yangon Galacticos, no? So grabe yung pinakitang laban ng dalawang koponan natin during the MSC Grand Finals. Sobrang intense, no? Sobrang intense ng pinakita nilang laban, to be honest. Literal na Grand Finals caliber, no? Yung dineliver dito ng ating mga teams, especially Team Spirit, no? Team Spirit, grabe talaga pinakita nila. Team Spirit na nagwagi sa ating recently concluded na MSC, no? So nakakatuwa tignan na meron tayo ditong bagong timpla, no? Bagong pangalan na itatakda bilang kampiyon sa international stage ng MLBB Esports, no? So it's nice to see din. Ayan, makikita natin na sobrang magiging what do you call this? Sobrang magiging intense ng esports economy ng MLBB during this time. Okay, meron po bang player dito? Okay, meron natin nakapasok. Pwede ba natin i-hide to? Pwede ba natin i-hide yung lobby ID? Ba kasi meron nakakapasok, no? Pero ayun nga, kung titignan nyo dito guys, sa inyong gawing kanan, you have your racial lovers dito. We have Hachi, Paniel Dadilia, Tinola ni Foreman, 1-5, and JV. At sa ating other side naman, we have Zetsu, we have Carl, we have Bendol, we have Merle God, and we have Back Pain. So ito ang ating player lineup para sa araw na ito. Again guys, unang serye natin that is going to be Racial Lovers versus Starlight Lovelies, mga kaibigan. So mainit ang laban na nag-aabang para sa atin sa araw na ito. Again, Starlight Lovelies, we have Merle God, we have Back Pain, we have Carl Adam T1, we have Zetsu Not Real, and we have Bendol. And on the other side naman, we have Hachi, Tinola ni Foreman, JV, Paniel Dadilia, and 1-5. Ayan na. I-ready na natin. Sisimulan na natin ang drafting phase, mga kaibigan. Randomized maps ang ating masasaksihan ngayon. Another best of 3 series, mga kaibigan. Marami nagbago sa ating meta. At ngayon ating masasaksihan as we dive into the drafting phase. We have here we have Starlight Lovelies here on the blue side, and Racial Lovers naman dito sa ating pula. Dangerous Grass ang ating mapa dito, ladies and gentlemen. So expect na makakita tayo dito ng mga pang surprise like something like Eudora, Kadita, and similar heroes na pwede natin makita sa laban na to. And for the first ban naman ang ating blue side, that is going to be the Paquito na tatanggalin dito ng ating Starlight Lovelies, no? And on the other side naman, Zokshin pa rin ang kanilang tatanggalin. So nakikita natin na hindi talaga nawala yung MCT meta, no? Talagang highly prioritized pa din sa banning stages natin ang Paquito at ang Zokshin. And now for the second ban, natin Starlight Lovelies. Okay, that's going to be the Hanzo. Ayaw nila paggamit ito ay paring JV. And for the second ban naman ng ating Racial Lovers dito, pwede sila mag-ban out something like Kaja, kasi alam din naman natin sobrang dalas gumamit ng Starlight Lovelies ng Kaja, especially na yung Revamp Kaja ay nagpakita na sa Land of Dawn. Let's see kung makikita ba natin to for the first time. And also Hirara din, kung makakita ba tayo ng mga Hirara games ngayon. And that's going to be the Phobius na tatanggalin dito ng ating Racial Lovers. So ayaw nila dito ng AOE team fight, ayaw nila dito ng long games. Kung titignan din natin, no, literal na ayaw talaga nila ng long game dito kasi they're banning out the Zokshin and they are banning out the Phobius na alam naman natin sobrang sustainan itong mga hero na ito. And on the other side naman, that's going to be the Ling being banned out. Ayaw nila bigyan ng Assassins dito si parang JV. Pero sa may kabilang banda naman, on the red side, that's going to be the Hirara being banned out. Tatanggalin to ng ating Racial Lovers. And now Starlight Lovelies, tignan natin kung ano ang kanila magiging desisyon. Open ang Eudora, open ang Kaja dito. Pwede sila kumuha ng mga heroes na gano'n. And that is going to be the Kaja going to the hands of Starlight Lovelies. First pick kagad. Wala nang paligoy-ligoy pa. Talagang ito ang kanilang kukunin. And we'll see, the Eudora is still open, pero ito na yung sinasabi natin na magkakaroon ng Kadita when it comes sa mga mapa tulad ng Dangerous Grass. And now that's going to be the Barats also na ipapares dito ng ating racial lovers. So expect na masustain at masakit ang damage ng ating racial lovers dito. And on the other side naman, that's going to be the Alice being locked in on the side dito ng ating Starlight Lovelies. Pero pwede sila kumuha ng Eudora dito, but no, they are going to play around the control in AOE. That is going to be the Eve and the Alice being picked up by the side of Starlight Lovelies dito. So AOE kung AOE talaga ang ibibigay dito ng ating Starlight Lovelies. And on the side naman ng ating racial lovers, pwede sila kumuha dito ng Beleric, or pwede sila kumuha dito ng Atlas, to be honest. And that's going to be the carry also. Napagandang pick, but at the same time, it's a little bit risky kasi sobrang aga ng pag-reveal dito ng racial lovers ng kanilang gold lane. And that's going to be the Freya. Respeto kay Merle God. Alam naman natin kung gaano ka-impactful itong Freya pag nasa kami ni Merle God. And now for the fourth band, it's going to be the Arlot, no? So actually a little bit questionable dahil meron ng Barats ang ating racial lovers, no? But maybe they're anticipating this Barats to be a jungle Barat. So that's the reason why they banned out a Arlot. And on the fifth ban naman, final ban to close it out on the side of racial lovers, it's going to be the Yu Zhong. So they are anticipating that this Alice is going to be in the jungle. So great ban for the side of racial lovers dahil nakikita rin naman natin ngayon that's going to be the Alice holding the retribution, no? So great read mula sa side ng ating racial lovers. And now to close it out, final ban, that's going to be the Suyu. So they are seeing nag-ban out sila ng dalawang side dito. So they ban out the Suyu in case na XP yung Barats, and they ban out the Arlot in case the jungle yung Barats. And now for the side of racial lovers naman, pwede sila kumuha dito ng kanilang pwede sila kumuha dito ng kanilang jungle. Okay, that's going to be the Benedetta on the hands of racial lovers. Kung titignan natin yung ating pre-game dito, no? The Barats is on the hands of Tinola ni Porman, and the Benedetta is on the hands of Hachi. So I'm expecting dito na magkakaroon tayo ng Barats in the XP and then Benedetta in the jungle. Pero looking at the draft here, this could be a Barats in the roam, no? Hindi natin alam. But that is going to be the Masha though. First time na mapipili dito sa ating MCT on the hands of Starlight Lovelies and the Moskov to close out the draft. And now for the final pick, they are still looking for a roamer here. Potentially an Atlas. Atlas is open. Beleric is also open. We'll see kung ano magiging decision dito ng ating racial lovers. 3 seconds remaining. That's going to be the Nolan on the hands of JV. So this is going to be a Barats in the roam, ladies and gentlemen. Unang beses natin makikita to sa MCT. Barats in the roaming position. Hachi on the Benedetta in the XP lane. And the first time ever on the side of Starlight Lovelies naman, that's going to be the Masha and the first appearance ng Kaja na revamped. On the side of racial lovers, we have the Benedetta, the Nolan, the Barats, Carry, and the Kadita. And on the side of Starlight Lovelies naman, we have the Kaja, the Masha, the Eve, Alice, and the Moskov. Ladies and gentlemen, na unang serye para sa gabing ito, first series, game number 1 between Starlight Lovelies and the racial lovers. Again, my name is Nate and I'm going to be your caster for today. At merong naka 0% dito, no? So mag-aabang tayo ng what do you call this? Mag-aabang tayo ng chat sa ating communication GC kasi baka mamaya merong hindi gumagalaw na player. Dahil naka-ano tayo ngayon, guys, naka-solo manage tayo ngayon dahil busy ang ating mga fellow production team. And we are heading to the land of dawn, ladies and gentlemen. Dangerous grass ang ating mapa. On the blue side, we have the Starlight Lovelies. We have Zetsu, Natril, on the eve. Carl Adam T1 nagagamit dito ng ating Kaja. Bendol on the Alice. Merle God naman nagagamit dito ng ating Moscovan. Backpain will be the one playing the Masha. And on the other side, we have the Racial Lovers. Hachi ang gagamit dito ng ating Benedetta. Tinola ni Foreman on the Barat. Spaniel Dadilla naman ang gagamit dito ng ating Carry. And si paring JV naman sa kanyang Nolan. And Wam5 ang gagamit dito ng ating Kadita. Pero sa may bandang ibaba, no, grabe. Talagang early game pokes ang ginawa dito ng ating dalawang kupunan. Pero dito banda sa may jungle, that's going to be Bendol and the Carl Adam T1 going aggressive towards the side of Racial Lovers. And it's going to be Hachi diving in also. And now that's going to be the Eve na may iwas sa ibang gitna, pero buhay pa rin naman. Flicker in for Tinola ni Foreman. That's going to be the first blood going to the hands of Racial Lovers, pero may bawi din naman. That's going to be Bendol, pero 1-5 naman dito ay may counter re-engage din. That's going to be a 2-for-1 situation in favor of Racial Lovers. Pero sa may bandang itaas, dikit-dikit ang laban. Panyel Dadilla flickers in, targeting Merle God, but won't be successful. There's going to be a flicker being used, pero andito pa rin si Merle God. Talagang nilalaban pa din, pero hindi siya magwawagi. That's going to be Panyel Dadilla securing the deal. 1-3 ang ating score dito ngayon in favor of Racial Lovers, and this is looking good para sa kanilang side. Pero dito tayo sa may bandang XP lane naman, tamang sabayan lang ang ating dalawang XP laners dito. That's going to be Hachi diving in. Petrify gagamitin dito ni Backpain. Wala na yung kanyang energy, or wala na kanyang HP bar dito. And now the first turtle is about to spawn. We'll see kung sino makakuha nito. Is it going to be the Lovelies, or is it going to be the Racial Lovers? And now the first turtle has spawned. Nakaabang din naman dito ang ating dalawang kupunan. Pero JV dives in, targets Zetsu. Zetsu goes down. That's going to be 1 people down on the side of Starlight Lovelies. We'll see. Kalahati ang buhay dito. That's going to be the Petrify and Rough Waves. JV gets the turtle. Throne of Ruins ay gagamitin dito ng ating Alice. Tinola ni Foreman diving in, falling low. That's going to be Tinola ni Foreman going down. Pero may bawi din naman agad. JV gets 1. Carl Adam magiging target nila ngayon. Hindi pa level 4 ang Kaja dito. That is going to be Hachi ending the Kaja dito sa ating jungle area, and that is very favorable on the side of Racial Lovers. JV with the retribution though, kailangan natin balikan. Sayang wala tayong replay na feature dito, pero kung nakita nyo kung paano ni Retri ni paring JV itong turtle during that situation, napakaganda ng kanilang ginawa. Let's have a focus here on the top lane. Alam nila na nag-aabang dito si paring JV. Bendol with the vision. That's going to be the retribution na gagamitin ni paring JV. And now, papalibutan nila si Merle God dito. 1v4 ang sitwasyon natin. That's going to be 1-5 diving in. And that's going to be the dash. Magmumula dito kay Merle God. Merle God still goes down. Tinola ni Foreman na palalimatan ng pastua. Pero RWN gagamitin ni Zetsu not real. Pero disengage na lang din muna. Pero humatak dito si Carl Adam, mga kaibigan. Tinola ni Foreman falling low. And that's going to be Zetsu picking up the kill. That's going to be the Barats going down. 3-7 ang ating score. Still in favor of Racial Lovers, pero sa ibang gitna magkakaroon yata ng sagupaan, pero disengage na lang din muna. That is going to be Carl creating a play for the side of Starlight Lovelies. Nakahuli sila ng isa doon. That's going to be a favorable trade para sa kanila during that time. Pero magkakaroon yata ng laban dito sa may bandang gitna. That is going to be Zetsu being the target once again. Pero Carl dito mapapalalim yata. That's going to be the Detona's Welcome na gagamitin dito ni Tinola ni Foreman. That's going to be the Petrify as well and Rough Waves na magagaling dito kay Wam5. Mga kaibigan, napaganda ng pinapakitang play dito ng ating Racial Lovers. They are truly unstoppable as of this moment. And now that's going to be the second turtle na mag-i-spawn dito sa ating laban. Hachi diving in, cutting the lanes here up against Backpain. That's going to be JV securing the second turtle of the game. And now, Carl Adam T1, mag-isa siya dito ngayon. Pero andito na rin si Bendol. That is going to be a 2-man pull na manggagaling dito sa ating Kaja. That's going to be the electro final blow. Won't connect to anyone. Pero si Zetsu magiging target dito. Hachi gets Zetsu. That's going to be Bendol running away. Pero Backpain dito. 1v4 na kanya magiging sitwasyon. Carl Adam is in the vicinity. Double kill para sa ating Benedetta, mga kaibigan. That is going to be still a favorable trade going to the hands of Racial Lovers. Grabe mga kaibigan, sobrang unstoppable ng ating Racial Lovers dito. Pero we can't deny kung gaano kaganda yung pagkahatak doon ni Carl Adam towards two people, towards two heroes on the side of Rachel Lovers. Sadyang wala lang talaga naging clean na follow-up. Pero dito sa may bandang taas, that's going to be JV on a killing spree. Talagang laban kung laban ng ating mga koponan dito ngayon. That's going to be Rachel Lovers going all in. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be JV on this Nolan diving in. Walang sinasanto. That is going to be the rough waves once again. Pero may bawi rin naman nagadalawa. Mahuhuli dito pero naka-untargetable dito ang ating barrats. That is going to be the SOD na tatama mula dito kay Merle God. Pero sa may bandang likuran naman, that is going to be Hachi running away dahil meron siya tinarget sa may bandang likuran. Pero Bendol keeps on chasing Hachi. Kaya ba makapag-out ni Hachi dito? That is going to be the Masha diving in once again. Pero dalawa mahuli dito ni Tinola ni Foreman. Lagpas kalahati ang buhay ni Bendol dito. Disengage na lang din muna sila. Pero sa may bandang taas, they need to look at Merle God, ladies and gentlemen. Tumatrabaho ang ating Moskov dito sa may bandang itaas. That's going to be a tower falling down. Pero mukhang nag-aabang yata. That is going to be JV with the burst. Gamit dito ang kanyang Nolan para sa may bandang baba. Kailangan mag-ingat ni Hachi dito. Back pain. Talagang bumabackdoor. That's going to be Hachi with the Electro final blow. Disengage na lang din muna. Wala mo na siya mapipitas during that moment. And now the third turtle will go to the hands of JV. And that's going to be Wapa diving in. And the Detona's welcome. Gagamitin na dito ng ating barrats. And that's going to be a two-man setup dito. That's going to be Carl Adam T1 going down. And JV getting Bendol. Pero may bawi din naman. Zetsu not real. Takes down Hachi on the Benedetta. Pero tinolan ni Foreman, ladies and gentlemen, using the barrats in the roam. Seems very effective para sa kanila. And now let's have a quick item check here. Pero mamaya na lang daw muna dahil tina-target dito si Tinola ni Foreman. Pero let's have a quick item check once again. That's going to be one core item secured for the vast majority of on the side of Starlight Lovelies. And on the side of Rachel Lovers naman, they are all almost, no, yung ilan sa kanila ay lahat merong merong second item. And to be honest, napaganda ng pagkakuha ni Tinola ni Foreman dito ng nung Chase Ties Pauldron dahil alam naman natin na sobrang taas talaga ng damage output ng isang Masha at ng isang Moskov, no, and especially sobrang taas din ng kanilang attack speed. So talagang napagandang counter item nito para dun sa dalawang hero natin. And on the other side naman, on the side of Starlight Lovelies, they have here Zetsu holding the glowing wand, no? So para ma-burn down talaga yung mga shields na meron dito ang ating Rachel Lovers. And now 7-17 ang ating score, 8 minutes into the game. We'll see kung sino makakakuha ng momentum. That's going to be a fight in the jungle. That's going to be Carl Adam taking a Panyel Dadilia, but not enough follow-up once again. We'll see kung anong sunod na mangyayari dito. Abangan ang susunod na kabanata, mga kaibigan. And that's going to be 1-5 diving in. Rough waves ay kanyang gagamitin. Zetsu not real. Still surviving that situation. And now, sa may bandang itaas naman, Hachi with the Electro final blow. Merle God is going to be the target. Merle God is still alive. And si Backpin naman ay andito to the rescue. Hachi falling low. Pero yung passive dito ng Rose Gold Meteor ay magagamit na niya. And now dito tayo sa ating bandang Lord. That's going to the SOD, natatama. That's going to be the knock up. And JV still secures that Lord for themselves. At sa may bandang ibaba naman, that is going to be the poke na manggagaling dito sa ating dalawang players. And that's going to be the Detona's welcome diving in. Zetsu not real ay mapipitas sila dito. Hindi magko-connect successfully ang Detona's welcome, pero successfully sila makakuha doon. And let's have a quick item check once again. That's going to be the Thunderbelt and the Dominance Eyes. Pero Carl Adam makakahuli ng dalawa. Not enough follow-up once again. Pero sa may bandang itaas naman, that's going to be Hachi na nandito. Nag-aabang sa may bandang itaas. And now on the side of Rachel Lovers naman dito, no, ating Nolan, parang JV, nakasecure na siya dito ng 3 core item niya. Pero dito sa may bandang gitna mo, magkakaroon yata ng laban. That's going to be the Lord diving in. And now Hachi with the Electro final blow, but won't be able to take anyone. But Bendol goes down on the hands of JV. And now JV targets the bottom lane inhibitor turret. Tinola ni Foreman gets the zoning done. That's going to be the Masha na mahuhuli with the Detona's welcome. Mawawala dito ang kanyang isang HP bar. That's going to be JV diving in with the pokes. Disengage na lang din muna, pero sa may bandang itaas, that is going to be Merle God na tumatrabaho lang. Balik tayo dito sa may bandang gitna. That's going to be JV destroying the mid lane inhibitor turret. Panyal Dadilio with the free hits. That's going to be the SOD na tatama dito kay Hachi. Magkakaroon ba ng teleport? Mukhang wala muna sa ngayon. That's going to be 7-19 scoreline. Still in favor of Rachel Lovers, pero back pain dives in. Dalawa mahuli dito ni Carl Adam T1. That's going to be Panyal Dadilio still alive. At makakapag-out pa siya dito, but not for long. That's going to be the Throne of Ruin na gagamitin ng ating Alice. That's going to be Bendol na madadala dito sa teritoryo ng ating Rachel Lovers. Rough waves na gagamitin dito ng 1-5. Disengage na lang din muna. That's going to be Bendol diving in. And that's going to be the Detonas welcome once again. Pero hindi nasasabat pa. Hindi na makakapag-set up pa. That's going to be Tinola ni Foreman diving in and going down. That's going to be Bendol dito na mababawian naman ni Hachi at ni paring JV Merle God, dealing a lot of damage. The passive of Rose Gold Meteor is now has disappeared already. 9-21 ang ating score. That's going to be JV once again clearing out the waves. Grabe, parang katulad lang ng oras natin ngayon. 9:27, halos magkaparehas lang yung score. 9:21 ang ating score dito, ladies and gentlemen, still in favor of Rachel Lovers. Once again, let's have a quick item check here. That's going to be 4 core items already on the hands of Panyel Dadilio dito, although hindi yata siya gumagala. Wala naman tayong boss na nakukuha. Okay, gumalaw na siya ngayon. Medyo kinabahan ako doon. Baka may hindi ulit ako nakikitang boss. And that's going to be 4 core items on the side of the carry and 3 core items para sa Barats, Kadita. And Yunolan din natin dito, and Benedetta ay nakakuha na ng kanilang 4 core items. So wala rin boots dito, no, si paring Hachi. So sobrang sakit talaga ng kanyang Benedetta dito. And on the other side naman, that's going to be Carl Adam T1 with the fleeting time na rin. So only ultimate na to para sa kanya. And the Bendol naman dito, nakasecure na rin ang kanyang 3 core items, no. So mainly puro defense and a little bit of damage ang items dito ni Bendol. And on the side of back pain naman, meron na rin siya ditong 3 core items. And now it's going to be the second Lord going to the hands of Rachel Lovers. This is very favorable para sa kanila. 9-21 ang ating score. 12 minutes into the game. So medyo may kasakitan na yung damage itong Lord na to. We'll see kung kaya ba nilang tapusin. Or will Starlight Lovelies be able to defend this really well tulad kanina. But that's going to be JV taking down the Moscow in the bottom lane, pero falling low dito si paring JV. That's going to be the Detonas welcome na gagamitin din ito ni Foreman. Panyal Dadilio gets one. That's going to be back pain going down on the hands of Panyal Dadilio, and that is going to be it. Game number 1 goes to the hands of Rachel Lovers. Napakaganda na pinakita dito ng ating dalawang kupunan. We have a 9-24 scoreline here. 9 on the side of Starlight Lovelies and 24 on the side of Rachel Lovers, and that's going to be JV being the MVP, untouchable with the Nolan. 907 ang kanyang KDA dito. Let's look at the statistics here. 67% teamfight participation para dito kay paring JV. 19,160 damage taken, 15,266 turret damage para sa ating Nolan, and 54,326 hero damage naman para sa kanya. So napakaganda na pinakita pa rin dito ng ating dalawang kupunan, no. It's just that sobrang taas talaga ng engage capability dito ng ating Rachel Lovers. Like you have the Kadita, you have the Benedetta, you have the Barats also, and even the Nolan, no, na kaya mang solo kill. And talagang mas napag-capitalize lang ng early lead ang ating Rachel Lovers dito. And Starlight Lovelies, they are not able to have that kind of damage sa kanilang mga early game power spike. So, titignan din natin dito, you have the Moscow of the Masha and Moscow of the Masha na magiging main damage dealer, no. Sobrang taas kasi talaga ng damage ng dalawang ito. And on the other hand naman, you have the Alice, Eve, and Kaja na magkakaroon ng damage kapag sila talaga naka-early game, which is in this situation, hindi sila nakakuha ng early game na kinakailangan nila. So, that's going to be game number 1 going to the hands of Rachel Lovers. And thank you kay Madam Shins para sa heart me. Very, very appreciated. And now, balik kagad tayo. Lobby kagad mga kaibigan para sa ating second game ng ating unang serye dito. Let's see kung may invite natin sila. We'll check kung may invite. Ayan, na-invite naman natin sila. And now, we're heading to the second game. We're just waiting for the teams na magpakita dito. We'll see kung ano, no? We'll see kung magkikip ba sila ng kanilang lineup. So, ano na po tayo? Switch sides. There you have it. We have now Racial Lovers on the blue and Starlight Lovelies on the red. Kung naririnig nyo po yung lakas ng ulan. So, malakas po ang ulan dito ngayon. Weather forecast lang, no? Weather forecast. So, ang area namin ay naka-red rainfall warning, no? Pero still, magana pa rin tayo. We're still going to be present dito sa ating tournament, no? So, ingat po ang lahat. Oras natin, 9:32 in the evening. Sana'y nakapag-dinner ng lahat at sana'y okay lang kayo dyan sa inyong respective areas. At malakas ang no? Malakas ang bagyo ngayon, malakas ang ulan na nararanasan ng ilang bahagi dito sa Pilipinas. So stay safe guys, stay indoors, stay dry, wala munang lalabas-labas, no? And always be ready and always be alert guys, no? So naka-red rainfall warning kasi tayo ngayon. So wala tayong matatagalan kasi ang ating tournament if hindi natin ilalaban to, no? So yeah, red rainfall warning tayo ngayon and we're still playing, no? We're still continuing this tournament. Okay, we're just gonna ask them to be ready. Okay guys, ladies and gentlemen, ready na ang ating dalawang koponan and we are going to dive in to the second game. Ang mapa natin ay magiging Flying Cloud, mga kaibigan. Shoutout kay Boss James na nasa event ngayon. Ingat ka dyan, pare ko. Sana'y makauwing ligtas, no? So, it's going to be Flying Cloud being our map dito sa ating laban. Zokshin pa din ang first ban dito ng side ng ating Racial Lovers. Ito rin ang kanilang naging first ban ng ating unang laban sa unang serye natin. And now on the side of Starlight Lovelies, still Hanzo pa din, although first ban this time, no? Hindi nila ginawang second ban itong Hanzo na to. And that's going to be the Hirara, actually, third ban. Ito dapat ng ating Racial Lovers, but this time around, they're playing it at the second ban. So, baka mayroong ibang game plan dito ang ating dalawang koponan, no? And now on the side of Starlight Love, still the Arlot. Okay. Ayaw pa din nilang pakawalan itong Arlot na to, no? Sa kamay ng ating Racial Lovers, no? So sa mabago natin diyan, Racial Lovers po nanalo sa ating unang laban sa series number 1 natin. 1-0 na ngayon. Match point on the hands of Racial Lovers. So that's going to be the Phobias being banned out as well. Actually, no, if I'm not mistaken, Starlight Lovelies na nag-ban out lang. Actually, no. Tama, Phobias pa din ang kanilang binandito. It was Racial Lovers pala. And now, that's going to be the Nolan being banned out. Respeto dito kay paring JV. And now, okay, na-open this time around ang Paquito. That's going to be the Paquito going to the hands of Racial Lovers and the Starlight Lovelies. They're going to stick still with this Kaja. Actually, maganda kumuha ngayon dito ng Eudora, no? Dahil isang stun lang, isang Thunderball lang ang kailangan gamitin dito ng Eudora in order to stun out ang isang Paquito na nagda-dive in. But they are going for a different route. Tatapatan kagad nila ang Paquito na ito with an Esmeralda. That's going to be the Esmeralda being picked up, and that's going to be the Baras as well. Same pick for Tinola ni Porman dito. So this solidifies a Barats roaming pick for Tinola ni Porman, and the jungle Yesen Shin for paring JB, and the Paquito para dito kay Hachi. And now for the third pick to close out the first phase of picking, pwede kumuha ng mage dito ang ating Starlight Lovelies. Let's see kung ano kanila magiging decision dito. Okay, it's going to be the Gushon on the hands of Starlight Lovelies. We'll see kung paano nila papaganahin to. That's going to be the Goshen on their hands. And now we're at the second banning phase. Pwede sila mag-ban out dito ng Kadita or something like an Eve. There you have it. It's going to be the Kadita being banned out on the side of Starlight Lovelies dito. Ayaw na nila ipagamit kay 1-5. And now on the side of Racial Lovers, pwede sila mag-ban out dito ng Marksman or potentially a Freya, no? Baka mag-ban para sila Freya dito. There you have it. It's going to be the Freya still being banned out. And now for the final ban to close it out on the side of Starlight Lovelies, pwede sila mag-ban dito ng Eve or a Eudora. Dahil pwedeng kumuha ng Eudora ang ating Racial Lovers dito. Okay, Leslie ang kanilang tatanggalin. Eliminating a hero for Paniel Dadilia. And now for the final ban, napakabilis. Let's go to the Moskov. Natatanggalin nila dito. And now for the fourth pick, pwedeng kumuha ng Suyu, no? Pwedeng kumuha ng Suyu ang ating Starlight Lovelies dito if they want. Pero tignan natin, no, kung ano ang kanilang magiging desisyon. We're going to find out what's the call for Starlight Lovelies. Roger, okay. Bigay mo sa akin. Ay, iba pala yun. Unang makakuha ng Roger wins game. And now for the final two picks, pwede sila kumuha dito ng Mage. Of course, Eudora. Pwede para sa kanila. May Jane set, yan is all good.
Crowned by heaven's mandate, begin. My legacy shall endure.
Okay, that's going to be the Ruby. Actually, makes sense, no? Napaganda ng kuha ng Ruby dito. So, this is going to be a Pakito in the gold lane. Pakito gold lane, mga kaibigan, and the Yuzhong to close it out. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the draft concluded dito sa ating pinakahuling laban. I think this is already the last game na maglalaro ang Lovelies at ang Racial Lovers. Di ko alam kung may mga laban pa sila sa mga susunod na schedule natin. Di ko alam if week 9 is already the last, no? So, potentially, no? Potentially last game to, or will Starlight Lovelies extend to game number 3? Di natin alam, mga kaibigan, na kahit na malamig ang panahon at maulan, mainit na laban ang pinapadala dito ng ating mga kupunan. That's going to be game number 2 of the series number 1. Ito na nga ba ang last game ng series number 1? O ito ba ay may equalize pa ng ating Starlight Lovelies? 1-0 ang ating score ngayon in favor of Racial Lovers. And welcome to the Land of Dawn. Flying Cloud ang ating magiging mapa. On the blue side, we have the Racial Lovers. 1-5 on the Zetian JV. On the Yison Shin, Paniel Dadilia ang gagamit dito ng ating Pakito in the gold lane. Tinola ni Forma naman sa kanyang Barats Rome. And Hachi is going to be the one in the Ruby. And on the other side naman, we have Starlight Lovelies on the red. Zetsu not real para sa kanyang Gushon. Backpain on the Yuzhong. Merle God ang gagamit dito ng ating Esmeralda. Carl Adam T1 still on the Kaja. And Bendol ang gagamit dito ng ating Roger. Para sa may bandang ibaba, that's going to be okay, fighter to fighter, no? Ang ating masasaksiyan, Paniel Dadilia taking the first blood dito up against the Esmeralda. Ladies and gentlemen, napakagandang early game para sa kanila. Pero sa may bandang gitna, mukhang magkakaroon ng laban. Tinola ni Foreman, mag-isa na lang siya doon. That's going to be Bendol taking that one. Palitan kaagad in the first minute of the game. That's going to be okay. Pasensya na guys. Ano tayo guys? Pasensya tayo guys. Solo queue tayo ngayon. Hindi ko nakita agad. That's going to be the pause being called by biracial lovers, no? Nakita rin natin medyo nagtagal yung medyo nagtagal sa bush, no? Medyo nagtagal sa bush ang ating barracks during that moment, no? Pero 1-1 ang ating score, mga kaibigan. Nakita agad natin first minute of the game, talagang nagsasabayan sila dito on each lanes, no? Even sa gold lane. Kung titignan nyo yung mapa, guys, kung nakikita nyo yung mapa, that's Panyel Dadilla falling low up against Merle God dito. So, talagang palitan kagad ang ating palitan ng ating mga gold laners dito, no? So, walang marksman. Wala tayong marksman na makikita ngayon dito sa gold lane side natin. Okay lang yun, Ambly, hindi naman yun. Bahala kasi matagalan tayo ng pause, hindi tayo makakapag-immediate pause, guys, kasi kailangan natin mag-verify kailangan natin mag-abang na mag-abang. Pero no problem, guys, kahit naka-caps lock pa yan ng ilang araw, okay lang yun. At nakatanggap na tayo, game na daw, mga kaibigan. Papasok na tayo sa ating laban once again. 1-1 pa din ang ating score pero sa may bandang baba. Ito ang dapat nating tignan. No, ito ang ating dapat tignan dito kasi sobrang sabayan, kung sabayan talaga Kumbaga kasi ngayon, buwan ng wika, nagsasabayang pagbigkas yung ating mga players sa may bandang ibaba. That's Panyel Dadilla falling low and Merle God going aggressive dito sa may bandang ibaba. Pero sa may bandang itaas naman, sabayan na si Hachi and si Backpain. And that's going to be the first turtle about to spawn in just 15 seconds. And now tinola ni Foreman zoning out the players of Starlight Lovelies. Grabe, tumitipi kagad sa may bandang ibaba. That's going to be Merle God cutting the lane dito sa ating gold lane side. And now the first turtle has spawned, ladies and gentlemen. Tignan natin kung sino makakuha nito. Kalahati ang buhay ng Lord. That's going to be Bendol and Carl Adam T1 in the vicinity. That's going to be the Black Dragon form na gagamitin ng ating Yujon. That's going to be Bendol taking up the first turtle of the game. Merle God takes down yung ating Nissan Shin. Zetsu na thrill naman takes down Tinola ni Foreman. 2-3 ang ating score dito in favor of Starlight Lovelies. JV goes down. JV is not able to secure the turtle and this is looking good on the side of Starlight Lovelies. Bendol, mga kaibigan, on a very smooth retribution at magkakaroon tayo ng pause once again. That's going to be another pause, ladies and gentlemen. Back-to-back pauses tayo ngayon. Currently, leading ang ating Starlight Lovelies. Pero sino ang nagpa-pause? Is it on the side of Racial Lovers or on the side of Starlight Lovelies? I assume Racial Lovers ulit ang nagpa-pause, no? Pero ayun nga, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the first turtle going to the hands of Starlight Lovelies, guys. So expect, guys, marami tayong pause na madadaan ngayon, Racial Lovers. Okay, thank you so much. So expect, guys, na madami tayong pauses na madadaanan ngayon dahil maulan, no? Maulan, guys. Maulan na panahon. Binabagyo tayo ngayon. So, stay safe, guys. Sa ating mga players dyan, sa ating community, sa ating mga viewers, no? Ingat ang lahat. We're just going to wait for a go sign mula sa ating mga viewers dito. Kung ano ba ang naglalag daw po players namin. Oh, that's unfortunate naman. That's unfortunate kasi hindi sila makakapaglaro ng maayos. Pero we'll see, no? Baka as of now pa lang naman yan. Kasi kanina mukhang okay naman yung kanilang play, no? We'll see lang ngayon, no? So, again, we're just waiting for a go signal mula sa ating mga players kung sila ba ay ready to fight na once again. Thank you so much din pala sa ating comment section for calling up process. So, sa inyo ako mag-aabang ngayon kasi di ko na kailangan magpalit ng tab. Kasi nagpapalit ako ng tab to verify, no? Pero, ayun nga, ladies and gents, game na daw. Sabi dito ni Ate Shin, so we're going back to the game. Sana okay na internet connection ng each and every one. That's going to be Bendel, though, picking up that first turtle. So napaganda kagad na pinapakita dito. Pero 1-5 will be the target here. 1-5 goes down. May mahahatak dito si Carl Adam. That's going to be tinola ni Portman. And that's going to be Bendol taking up once again. Nakita rin natin, no? Medyo may connectivity issue nga talaga sa side ng Rachel Lovers dahil nakita natin to si 1-5 dumire-diretso sa may bandang bush, no? Pero ngayon naman dito sa ating bandang gitna, that's going to be back pain in the jungle area of Rachel Lovers dito. Talagang vision conviction na kanilang ginagawa. And now that's going to be Hachi with the folks. Disengage lang din muna. Score natin 1-0 in favor of Rachel Lovers. So match point ang ating Rachel Lovers dito. And Starlight Lovelies are trailing by 1. Pero sa ibang na taas, that's going to be Hachi and back pain once again. Talagang palitan lang. Merle God with a falling star moon won't connect to anyone. Out na lang din muna ating dalawa koponan at 2-5 ang ating score. At lumipad yung ating camera. Pero balik tayo dito sa may banda ibaba. Merle God and Paniel Dadilla. Dito sa may banda ibaba, that's going to be the Mountain Shockers. Nagagamitin dito ni JV. Merle God versus Paniel Dadilla. Talagang sabayan kung sabayan. Halos parehas lang sila guys ng percentage of HP na nawala. It's going to be the Falling Star Moon once again on the hands of Merle God. Pero tinolo ni Foreman ay nandito na rin naman. Available on the Tonas welcome. That's going to be the disengage mula dito sa ating dalawang koponan. And that's going to be the pokes mula kay tinolo ni Foreman. And that's going to be Zetsu na Trill na mahuhuli dito ng the Tonas welcome. That's going to be the ultimate then from Carl Adam T1. Zetsu goes down. And now 1-5 uses the flicker to disengage. Bendol secures the second turtle. That's going to be tinola ni Foreman versus 4. Disengage lang din muna. Buhay pa dito ang ating Barats. That's going to be Merle God looking for the target here. Bendol diving in. Napalalim ata plus 2-1. That's going to be 1-5 na mawawala sa ating mapa. And that's going to be Bendol with that double kill. And Bendol is still alive. Ladies and gentlemen, this Roger is doing wonders for the side of Starlight Lovelies. Napaganda na pinapakita niya dito ngayon. Pero sa may bandang gitna, that's going to be Paniel Dadilla versus Zetsu. Petrify gagamitin ng ating Gusion dito. Buhay pa din naman si Paniel Dadilla but not for long dahil si Carl Adam T1 ay nandito sa may bandang bush. That's going to be 1-5 taking down back pain. Pero sa may bandang ibaba, that's going to be the Barats and the Esmeralda. Foreman versus Merle God. Disengage lang din muna sa may bandang gitna. Bendol gets one once again. That's going to be 1-5 na mawawala sa ating mapa. 4-9 ang ating score. And now, we're back into the mid lane. Gagamitan ng ultimate combo dito ng ating Gusion. Pero sa may bandang itaas, that's going to be Hachi na mahuhuli dito ni Carl Adam T1. Pero hindi magsasucceed yung kanilang huli sa may tower dahil may minions na nakapasok. And now, Foreman here. Ready for an engage, ready to be in the front line. And then that's going to be Zetsu diving in, dealing a lot of damage. Kalahati ang buhay ni Zetsu dito. Zetsu falling low. Zetsu will not go down. Zetsu is still alive. Pero sa may banda ibaba, nakabasag na ng torre doon si paring Merle God. And now, here in the mid lane, that's going to be Merle God diving in. Tinolo ni Forma kanya magiging target. That's going to be the disengage. Out na lang din muna agad ang ating dalawang koponan dahil ang third turtle ay mag-i-spawn na. Let's have a quick item check here, ladies and gentlemen. Sky Piercer already on the hands of JV dito. So, siya talaga magiging main carry ng ating Rachel Lovers. And on the other side naman, that's going to be the Roger already securing 2 core items. And this is looking good on the side of Starlight Lovelies. That's going to be the Hasklo and the Windtalker already being picked up for Bendol. Pero sa may bandang gitna, that's going to be Zetsu na 3 with the combos. Pero mababaliktad yata sila. JV gets 1. That's going to be Zetsu going down. Bendol secures the third turtle of the game. Merle God is so sustainable but not for long. Double kill para kay paring JV. That's already 20 stacks of Sky Piercer na mapupunta sa kanya. That's going to be Rachel Lovers with the redemption. Kumbaga, humanap agad sila ng trade after the turtle take. Pero Bendol dito, ladies and gentlemen, 3 for 3 turtles ang napunta sa kanya. And this is looking good on the side of Starlight Lovelies. Pero sa may banda itaas, that's going to be JV, Backpain, and Bendol na magkakasagupaan. So ibang baba naman, that's going to be Paniel Dadilla clearing out the way. Falling Star man gagamitin dito ni Merle God. Paniel Dadilla uses the flicker to disengage. It's going to be the jab to disengage as well. Pero sa may bandang gitna, that's going to be the Ruby with the I'm offended towards the Gusion. That's going to be Zetsu falling low. Will Zetsu go down? Nahipan yung glowing wand, mga kaibigan. That's going to be the Detona's welcome once again. Bendol will be the target. And now, Mounting Shocker ay nakakast dito kay paring JV. Disengage na lang din muna. And now, sa may bandang gitna, that's going to be Merle God and Hachi. Panyel Dadilla is also there. Merle God is so tanky dito. Let's have a quick item check, ladies and gentlemen, once again. For the side of Starlight Lovelace dito, they have secured at least 1 to 2 core items then. Same on the side of Racial Lovers, and that's going to be Merle God securing the Dominance Ice. Great pickup of items actually, especially having the Barats, Pakito, and Ruby on that situation. Pero sa may bandang gitna, that's going to be Zetsu na mapipitas on that situation. And now, that's going to be a -1 on the hands of Starlight Lovelies and Racial Lovers. They are now recovering really well dito sa ating laban. So, ibang gitna, that's going to be the Falling Star Moon once again for Merle God. Pero 1-5 pa kanya magiging target dito. That's going to be the disengage on the side of Racial Lovers. And that's going to be the Detona's welcome. That's going to be the stun once again. Carl Adam T1, kalahati kanya buhay dito. Pero Bendol makakuha na isa. Master kill para sa kanya. That's going to be backping getting one as well. Dalawang wala sa side ng Racial Lovers dito. Falling Star Moon once again towards Hachi. Pero ang dami nangyayari. JV dito dives in. Delikado kanya pwestuhan dito. That's going to be the dive mula kay Bendol. Panyel Dadilla will be the target. Godlike para sa kanya. Pero I'm offended mula dito sa ating Ruby. That's going to be Zetsu na Trill taking down JV. Grabe yung palitan. Left and right. Left and right ang kaganapan dito, mga kaibigan. Sa may bandang gitna naman, Hachi and Merle God. Grabe yung sustain na ng mga fighter natin dito ngayon. That's going to be Hachi na magiging target ngayon. Tinola ni Foreman is in the vicinity. And now the first Lord has spawned. Merle God dito with the emotes. Grabe. And that's going to be back pain dito with the Black Dragon form upang hindi magkaroon ng chain stun, and we are going to have a pause once again. Third pause on the side of Racial Lovers, and that's going to be the first Lord being taken up by Starlight Lovelies. Grabe, 8-13 ng ating score. Intense ang matchups left and right. Grabe yung impact na pinapakita ng ating dalawang koponan dito. But on this time, as you can see, that's going to be Starlight Lovely's picking up the lead. Brown out daw sa marksman ng Racial Lovers. I'm not sure kung paano to. We're going to check the rule book. So we are heading to a pause once again. Actually, this is the third pause already. We are going to double check. Grabe, maulan kasi talaga ngayon, guys, ang ating situation. Meron tayong up to 3 pauses, no? So, this is already the third pause ng ating pangatlong pause na to ng ating Racial Lovers. We have a 3 pause limit, no? So, tatlong pause na. 7 minutes naman to. 7 minutes pause. So, hanggat maaari. So, pagpalo ng 23 minutes, magsa-start na yung game no matter what. If magkaroon ng pause once again for the side of Racial Lovers, I don't know kung i-allow pa ba natin yun. Kasi I want, as much as possible, I want to be considerate kasi sobrang hindi okay ang panahon ngayon. So as much as possible, I want to be considerate with the pauses. Pero at the same time, I want to follow the rules. Kasi meron tayong rule book, no? So ayun nga. So we'll see, guys. We'll see. Pero as much as possible, if okay lang sa mga players, babaliin lang natin yung rules ng konti. Let's be considerate kasi hindi okay yung panahon ngayon, di ba? Hindi okay yung panahon ngayon. So, kung okay lang sa mga players, babaliin ng Okay, nagsabi na rin naman yung ating tournament head. Wala tayong limit ngayon with the pause, no? We have no pause limits. We have no pause limits dito. This is already the first series. No, game number 2, series number 1. And we're just waiting for another call if magsisimula na yung ating laban. We're just going to wait for the players. So, looking at the match once again, 8-13 ang ating score, 28,000 gold on the side of Rachel Lovers and 30.3k on the side of Starlight Lovelies, no? So, sobrang taas na rin. 2k plus din, no? So, 2.3k gold lead ang meron dito ang Starlight Lovelies. And looking at the map here, sobrang nakakapitalize nila yon, and there's a very high chance that this Lord will go to the hands of Starlight Lovelies. Although, kumpletong 5 din naman ang ating Rachel Lovers, no? But with that gold advantage and with that team composition, there is a very high chance for Starlight Lovelies to be able to take this Lord, especially having that Yuzhong and the Esmeralda in the front line. Samahan mo pa ng Kaja na pwede mag-create ng play. So, we are going to expect a lot, no, on the side of Starlight Lovelies dito. So, it's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate that we are encountering a lot of pauses ngayon. Pero, ganun talaga ang buhay, guys, no? So, oras natin, 9:57. Radio segment muna tayo, guys, habang nakapause. Pasensya na wala tayong UI, no? Pero, ano muna tayo? Radio segment muna, mga kaibigan. Dahil meron tayo na encounter na pause ngayon and we're waiting for a confirmation kung okay na ba tayo dito. Lahat. Game na daw, okay. Hindi pa nagsisimula yung radio segment natin. Tapos na kagad. And we are going back to the game. Ladies and gentlemen, first Lord pick up on the side of Starlight Lovelies. 4v5 na lang daw. Okay, mukhang ilalaban na lang to ng ating Rachel Lovers. We'll see though, there's still hope for this one. It's going to be Bendol picking up the Lord dito. Black Dragon Form, gagamitin na ng ating Yuzhong. Yuzhong dives in. Grabe, kahit 2 torre, hindi niya na pinapansin. That's going to be the pull na manggagaling dito kay Carl Aram T1. Pero disengage na lang din muna. That's going to be an 8-13 scoreline. Sa may bandang itaas naman, that's going to be JV clearing out the waves to be able to push. Wala yatang AI na kumikilos kapag custom. Talagang DC kung DC talaga. And now, that's going to be Zetsu with the pokes here. And it's still going to be Rachel Lovers na makakuha dito ng kanilang purple buff. And now the Lord is marching down the bottom lane. That's going to be Bendol with the pokes. Diving in, pero hindi magsasucceed si Hachi with I'm offended with the emote mula dito sa ating Starlight Lovelies. And now Starlight Lovelies, they are sieging in. That's going to be a failed initiation on the side of Rachel Lovers. And now Starlight Lovelies, it looks like they are going to win this all. Hachi magiging target nila ngayon. A tower goes down. That's going to be a Fury of the Phoenix na gagamitin ng ating Zetyan. Pero hindi na sasapat pa. Hachi is still alive though. That's going to be Carl Adam T1 na mauhuli dito ng ating Ruby. And that's going to be Backpain and Merle God dito sa may bandang ibaba. Disengage muna with a Falling Star Moon. And now that's going to be JV na may tamang TP dito sa may bandang ibaba. That's going to be Zetsu missing out the combo. 9-14 ang ating score. And now, dito sa may bandang gitna, nagkukumpol ang ating mga players. That's going to be Forma na magiging target. Grabe yung basic attack ni Bendol. That's going to be the bait once again. With the Detonas welcome. Hindi tumatama yung Detonas welcome dito ng ating Barats recently. And that's going to be a disengage muna. Looks like Lord once again ang magiging target. And now that's going to be the combo once again. And the Lord spawning in just 30 seconds. 12-minute Lord, mga kaibigan. Ang ating magiging labanan dito. We'll see if Starlight Lovelies can end this game, or will Racial Lovers still have the hope and faith to fight. And now, looking at the map here, that's going to be Merle God choosing to stay up top. Pero sa may bandang ibaba naman sa ating jungle area, that's going to be the 4 players of Starlight Lovelies picking up that Lord. Kalahati kagad ang buhay ng Lord dito. That is going to be the Mountain Chakra na gagamitin ni parang JB. That's going to be Bendel still picking up that Lord. Zetsunatril takes down JV, and this is not looking good on the side of Racial Lovers. And now that's going to be Merle God with the pokes once again. And now tinola ni Foreman. In the mid lane, that's going to be Carl Adam picking up 1-5. And now that's going to be Backpain diving in. Ladies and gentlemen, grabe yung pinapakita dito ng ating Starlight Lovelies. They are going all in. That's going to be Zetsunatril once again with a combo. Petrified din gagamitin. That's going to be Merle God with a Falling Star Moon. And now that's going to be Bendel diving in as well. Pero wala sila mapipitas during that moment. And now mukhang tore na kanila punteriya. At mukhang may equalize power going to game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Starlight Lovelies secures game number 2.
Victory!
We have a scoreline of 18-9. That's going to be 18 on the hands of Starlight Lovelies and 9 on the side of Racial Lovers. Ang MVP ng ating laban, Bendel on the Roger, 816 KDA with a 78% teamfight participation, 16% damage taken, 66% turret damage, and 25% hero damage, mga kaibigan. It's just unfortunate on the side of Racial Lovers dahil na-disconnect ang kanilang gold laner. But still, talagang pinakita ng Starlight Lovelies na ito kami kapag nag-snowball kami. Kasi nakita natin, di ba? Panyal Dadilla wins the early game, pero nakita natin yung bawi kagad na ginawa ng ating Starlight Lovelies at na-utilize kagad nila yung bawi na yon moving forward to the game. And now, we're heading to game number 3, mga kaibigan. 1-1 ang ating score. This is looking crucial. We are going to see kung sino ang mag-uuwi ng panalo. It's just unfortunate dahil malakas talaga ang ulan ngayon. Radio segment tayo, guys. Habang nag-aantay ng ating mga players, because I am expecting a substitution on the side of Racial Lovers dahil naka-experience nga sila ng disconnection dito, no? So hindi natin masabi kung ano ba ang magiging choice dito ng ating Racial Lovers, no? Dahil we're still implementing the rule kung saan ang mga players ay naka-fix role dapat. So ayan ang kailangan nating i-figure out this time. Pero radio segment muna tayo. Oras natin ay 10:05 in the evening. We'll see kung ano ba ang magiging ano ba ang kapalaran, no? Ano ang magiging kapalaran dito ng ating mga players. Again, ang scoreline natin ay 1-1. 1-1 ang ating score dito. Walang nakapabor. No, balik tayo sa best of 1, mga kaibigan. And we're just waiting for the players to come in, for the players to be ready, no? Nakapag-download na ako ng soundboard natin, guys, no? Radio setup muna tayo ngayon. Radio setup muna tayo, mga kaibigan. Okay, we're just going to verify. Verify lang natin ang mga in-game name guys ha. Verify lang natin. Pasensya na. We just need to verify. Pero mukhang meron ng substitute dito ang ating mukhang meron ng substitute dito ang ating racial lovers. Okay. That's verified, no? So meron ng gold laner ang ating racial lovers dito and we're just waiting, no? On the side of Starlit Lovelies to be ready. So eto na. No, eto na 'yon. Final game natin, no? Final game. Final game natin, ladies and gentlemen. For this series. Yung mga nag-i-invite, mga nagre-request dyan. Yung mga nagre-request, hindi po tayo magpapahasali. Kaya meron tayong soundboard dito. Pwede natin i-spam. Pwede natin i-spam yung soundboard natin dyan. Hindi ko alam kung naririnig nyo. Kaya para tayong naka-radio setup muna tayo guys. Sali ako quiz. Ano tayo guys? We have a set of players, no? We have a set of players dito. Pinagtitripan ko na lang yung soundboard dito. Pinagtitripan ko yung soundboard. Di ko alam kung naririnig niyo yung soundboard natin. Sali ako So again guys, meron tayong fixed list. So we're just waiting for for this time. Starlight Lovelies ang ating inaantay. Ay napindot. So ayun, madami tayong So, Merle God. Yeah, Merle God ang inaantay natin dito. Again guys, final final game. Final game ng ating ayun, nag-online na siya dito. Pwede ba natin i-invite yan? I think may invite. Ayun, na-invite. Nice one. Okay, na-invite natin. That's good, that's good. Okay, mukhang ready na sila. Naka-G na lahat. Okay, we are now heading to our game number 3 mga kaibigan. Mapa natin ay Flying Cloud, no? Mapa natin ay Flying Cloud dito. So, expect fast rotations once again. Yung mga mabibilis bumalik, no? Yung mga mabibilis bumalik sa ating mga lane. That's going to be the Kaja now being banned out. Respeto kay Carl Adam T1 this time. Nakitaan nila ng impact, no? Kung gaano ka-impactful itong Kaja na ito. That's going to be 2 assassins being banned out immediately. Tatanggalan agad nila dito si paring JV ng kanyang mga assassins. And now it's time to check. No, it's time to check kung ano ba magiging takbo ng ating draft. Okay, that's going to be the Phobius this time around. Still Phobius pa din talaga, no? Talagang hindi talaga nila pinapabayaan itong Phobius na to. So, meron tayong bagong download na soundboard, no? Tatry lang natin kung nagana ba tong soundboard natin right. Pero Merle God this time, sila ang kukuha dito ng first pick ng Paquito. Yun gumagana yung soundboard guys. Hindi ko alam kung naririnig nyo, pero Belleric this time. Okay, first time na makikita natin ng Belleric, no? Dito sa seryeng ito. I'm actually looking for this Belleric. Pwede po sali. Pero ayun nga, no? JV on the link. Available pa din ng Eudora, no? Available pa din ng Eudora on the side of Starlit Lovelies dito, no? Gusto nila kumuha ng Eudora, pwede pa ang Eudora dito. We'll see kung ano kanila magiging decision this time around. Okay. Oh, Masha and the Grok. Okay. So, back to Masha once again, no? Nakuha na to ng first game ni Backpain, no? Ginamit niya na itong Masha kanina. And I think this is going to be the first time na makita natin si Carl Adam with Grok, no? And on the other side naman, si C ang gagamit dito, or si Sai ang gagamit dito ng ating carry on the side of Racial Lovers. And now, for the fourth ban, okay, Zokshin, which is a very, very valid ban, considering na wala pang mage ang ating Starlight Lovelies. Oh, okay, Kadita, no? Respeto pa din dito kay 1-5, no? Baga, minumulto pa din sila nung game number 1 nung Kadita ni 1-5 dito. Okay, Eudora still ang tatanggalin dahil wala pang mage. So, back-to-back mages ang tatanggalin ng ating Racial Lovers dito. So, let's see kung anong kanila magiging final ban to close it out. Naka-ready ang ating soundboard dito in case na magkaroon ulit tayo ng mga radio segment natin, no? Ano muna tayo, tamang radyo muna tayo, guys. It's going to be the Freya being banned out ng ating Starlight Lovelies dito. And now, for the fourth pick, pwedeng kumuha dito. Okay, XP lane, no? So, this, if they pick up the Esmeralda, this confirms that the Beleric will be in the roaming. So, okay. Esmeralda, grabe yung ating comment section dito na predict niya na ban Esme dapat, kaso nabuksan. And Esme nga ang kinuha dito ng ating Racial Lovers. And it's going to be Bendol on the Yisan Shin. No, Yisan Shin na kukunin dito. Eve is okay, I guess, kaso link kasi to, no? So, maabot at maabot talaga siya at some point ng ating laro. And that is going to be the Gourd lock-in para sa side ng ating Starlight Lovelies. And now, for the final pick ng ating Racial Lovers, available ang Eve, available ang Novaria, kung gusto nila mag-Novaria, although hindi pa natin masyadong nakikita ang Novaria. But itong Lunox, no? Madalas na natin nakikita to on the hands of WAM 5. And that's going to be the Lunox, ladies and gentlemen. And now, the draft is set. That's going to be the draft being ready. May pa-soundboard tayo ngayon kasi wala lang, gusto ko lang. And that's going to be the draft, ladies and gentlemen. Final game ng ating unang serye, Racial Lovers versus Starlight Lovelies, mga kaibigan. Pinakauling laban ng unang serye, mainit na bakbakan sa malamig na panahon. And that's going to be the substitution on the side of Racial Lovers. Si Sai or si C ang maglalaro dito bilang gold lane in replacement of Merle God. Tignan natin kung paano to tatakbo sa side ng ating Racial Lovers, or will Starlight Lovelies close it out with the reverse sweep. Ito ang ating abangan, mga kaibigan, na ilang saglit na lamang tayo ay lilipad na patungo sa Land of Dawn. And welcome to Mobile Legends, mga kaibigan. Flying Cloud ang ating magiging mapa. On the blue side, we have Starlight Lovelies, Bendol on the Yisan Shin, Zetsu Not Real on the Gourd, Carl Adam T1 on the Grok, Merle God on the Paquito, and Backpain on the Mash. Hindi pala si Merle God yung pinalitan, guys, no? So, kabilang ano pala si Merle God. And on the other side naman, we have C on the carry, JV on the link, tinola ni Foreman on the Beleric, 1-5 on the Lunox, and Hachi will be the one on the Esmeralda, no? So, gold lane pala. Kabilang koponan pala si Merle God, hindi pala siya napalitan, no? Pero dito sa may batay task natin, it's going to be fighter to gold lane na match up. Ay, fighter to marksman na gold lane match up. And it's going to be tinola ni Foreman na nandito sa may bandang itaas to clear out the waves as well. Merle God ang magiging target nila ngayon, hindi papayaga mag-dash. It's going to be at level 2 secured para dito sa ating carry. Dealing a lot of damage. Merle God falling low, pero makakapag lifesteal pa rin naman. Pero 1-5 ay nandito na That's going to be the disengage, and it's going to be the Earthen Rampart na gagamitin ni Carl Adam T1 uses the flicker to disengage. That's going to be the disengage mula dito sa side ng ating dalawang koponan. And now, that's going to be Bendol with the Mounting Shocker targeting Hachi. Hachi will disengage, pero JV nandito rin naman. Bendol and the back pain, dealing a lot of damage. Falling low ka agad dito si paring JV. And that's going to be the carry taking the first blood towards Merle God. The carry wins it out on the first matchup. And now the first turtle has spawned. Tignan natin kung sino ang makakakuha nito. JV is in the vicinity. It's going to be JV with the retribution. Hachi naman dito dives in with the falling star moon. Carl Adam T1 magiging target nila dito. And it's going to be a Grok with a petrify actually. And that's going to be JV taking one flicker in mula kay Tinolo ni Foreman. Meron ba siyang follow-up dito? Magkakaroon naman ng follow-up, but that's going to be the Mystic Projectile na gagamitin dito ng ating Gord. Mountain Shocker, once again, used by Bendol. That's going to be a disengage mula sa ating dalawang koponan. 0-2 ang ating score in favor of Racial Lovers. Pero sa may banda ibaba, back pain needs to be careful. 0-2 still ang ating score. Back pain with the recall. Alam niya napapalibutan siya dito ng ating Racial Lovers. And that's going to be Hachi with the clears, with the cut lane. That's going to be back pain na may ispatan, no? Na umi-invade dito si paring JV on the lane. Pero sa may bandang itaas, napakaganda ng laban na nangyayari doon. Palitan kung palitan. Buhay pa din naman dito yung ating di kita mapa. Try nyo guys, try nyo full screen kasi pag naka portrait orientation hindi talaga siya kita. Pero sa iba na baba, kitang-kita nila dito sa Tinolo ni Foreman. That's going to be the tectonic charge na gagamitin ng ating Grok. That's going to be a great play na magmumula dito sa ating Starlight Lovelies. They already eliminated a player. Pero sa may bandang itaas, that's going to be Merle God diving and flicker in pa mula sa kanya. Pero yung ating carry ay nagkaroon ng microplay. Napaganda ng kanyang pag-dash out doon. Sobrang naging beneficial para sa kanya at napagastos niya dito yung flicker ni Merle God. Pero sa may bandang baba, Hachi dito is on a 1v2. Bendol dito, targets Hachi. Pero sa may bandang gitna, that's going to be the Ling with the pokes. And now, JV is the one starting the turtle. Andito rin naman si Bendol and the rest of Starlight Lovelies in the vicinity. That's going to be the Ling securing the second turtle of the game. And now, Carl Adam T1 running away. Pero sa may bandang ibaba, back pain almost being taken out. Pero sa may bandang itaas, sa Merle God dito, malalim ang pestuan, 1-5, secures a solo kill sa may bandang gitna. Pero sa may bandang baba naman, Carl Adam T1 will be the target. 1-4 ang ating score ngayon in favor of Racial Lovers and Merle God with a knockout strike. Napagamit ng ultimate dito ang ating Beleric. Falling Star Moon gagamitin naman ni Hachi. Mountain Shocker will connect onto Tinola ni Foreman. JV now dives in. Bendol will be the target. Bendol goes down on the hands of JV. Ay makagamit naman ng taunt dito ang ating Beleric. That's going to be the carry. Picking up one. Falling low dito. Back pain will be able to get one as well. Zetsuna Trill running away on Hachi. And that's going to be Hachi still able to pick up a kill. So may bandang ibaba, disengage na lang din muna ang ating dalawang koponan. 2-7 ang ating score. Let's have a quick item check here. One core item have been secured on the hands of the Paquito, Masha, and the Yison Shin on the side of Starlight Lovelies dito. And on the side of Racial Lovers naman, na-secure na ng Berserker's Fury ang ating Ling, Corrosion Sight on the carry, Enchanter Talisman on the Esmeralda, and Glowing One para sa ating Lunox. And now, this is a very big advantage on the side of Racial Lovers. And now Starlight Lovelies, they need to pick the fights na para sa kanila. Let's go to be Carl Adam T1 zoning out the players. And now Falling Star Moon gagamitin dito ni Hachi, pero medyo malalim ata ang kanyang pwestuhan dito. Pero sa may bandang gitna naman, that's going to be the Mountain Shocker na gagamitin dito ni Bendol, providing vision para dito sa side ng Starlight Lovelies. And now the third turtle spawn. Tignan natin kung sino makakakuha nito sa may bandang itaas. It's going to be Merle God. It's going to be Merle God dito, picking up the waves, clearing out the waves. And now that's going to be the third turtle being picked up by the side of Racial Lovers. It's going to be JV securing it, and that's going to be Tinola ni Foreman being the target. Tinola ni Foreman goes down, pero may bawi din naman agad. Dalawa mawawala sa side dito ng Starlight Lovelies. And na Falling Star Moon will land, and a Tempest of Blades also, pero may bawi din naman dito si Merle God. It's going to be Wampai being taken out on that situation. And now Hachi will be the one clearing out the minion waves, pero Merle God dives in. It's going to be C na magiging target niya. Mystic Gush ay gagamitin din ang ating Gord. The first skill of the Grok won't connect to Hachi. That's going to be the Mountain Shocker na gagamitin dito ni Bendol on the Yison Shin. We'll see kung sino magiging target niya. Hindi niya ma-maximize dito yung Mountain Shocker ng ating Yison Shin. 4-10 ang ating score in favor of Racial Lover still. And now, kumpletong 5 ang ating dalawang koponan para sa may bandang taas. It's going to be Merle God na tumatrabaho lang. At ngayon naman, dito, sa may bandang gitna, that's going to be the roamers. No? Yung mga roamer natin ay nandito sa may bandang gitna, clearing out as much as they can. So, iba na taas naman, Merle God. Merle God targets yung ating carry dito. Will the carry survive? Hindi makakasurvive ang ating carry doon. Merle God still secures the kill. Pero si Hachi ay nandito na rin naman. Hachi to the rescue. Also, Tinola ni Foreman and Wampai. Pero naparami yata sila ng skill na naibata doon. Pero sa may bandang baba, that's going to be JV being able to disengage. And now, that's going to be the Falling Star Moon once again. Nagagamitin dito ni Hachi. 5-11 ang ating score ngayon. Zetsuna Trill also uses the Mystic Gush. And now the First Lord has spawned. And that's going to be Racial Lovers picking it up. And that's going to be Wampai, ladies and gentlemen, diving in. Pero medyo malalim yata ang kanyang pwestuhan dito. That's going to be the Mystic Projectile. That's going to be Wampai being taken out. Pero tatlo mahuhuli dito ni Hachi on the Falling Star Moon. A great play mula sa ating Esmeralda. JV gets one. Backpain goes down. Pero Merle God goes down as well on the hands of the carry. That's going to be an outplay after an outplay. Bendol naman dito mga kabasag ng Torres. May banda ibaba. Hindi na siya maabutan ni Hachi dito. And this is looking good para sa side ng Racial Lovers. And Starlight Lovelies naman, they need to figure something out to be able to come back on this game. And now JV is the one pushing the tower sa ating bandang itaas. Mystic Projectile and Mystic Gush gagamitin na rin dito ng ating Gord. Zetsuna Trill providing that AoE damage na kinakailangan ng Starlight Lovelies. That's going to be Carl Adam T1 picking up the Dominance Ice. Let's have a quick item check here, ladies and gentlemen. 2 to 3 core items na nasa-secure dito ng side ng Racial Lovers. Meanwhile, 1 to 2 core item pa lang ang nasa-secure dito ng ating Starlight Lovelies. Pero sa may banda taas, Merle God falling low. JV dito ay nasa itaas. Zetsuna Trill goes down. Merle God will be the next target potentially, and Wampai is able to check bush. That's going to be Merle God going down, and now the Lord is falling low and falling down. That's going to be the inhibitor turret shield sa mawawala dito. Pero yung ating carry ay pupush sa may banda ibaba. Hachi with the Falling Star Moon just to dive in. That's going to be the ultimate then na magmumula dito sa ating Belleric at sa ating Grok. That's going to be Hachi taking down the tower. Carl Adam T1 will be the target now. Carl Adam goes down on the hands of the carry, and now back pain. Wala na siyang extra HP bar dito. That's going to be the Order of Brilliance na gagamitin dito ng ating Lunox. And now, the carry is keeping on pushing sa may bandang gitna natin. The mid lane tower goes down, and now Hachi will be the one zoning out the players of Starlight Lovelies. Mystic Projectile gagamitin dito ng ating Gord. And that's going to be the disengage. Battery check tayo dito, 55. And meron pa tayong susunod na serye. That's going to be Merle God going down on the hands of Rachel Lovers dito. Conceal play mula sa ating Starlight Lovers. That's going to be Hachi potentially going down. Pero makapag-flicker out pa din naman siya. And now, Starlight Lovers, they are doing really good with the defense here. And the Rachel Lovers naman, they need to figure out to end this game. And it's going to be Zetsu na Trill. Mapipitas dito ni parang JP. That's going to be the Tectonic Charge. Tatlo ang mahuhuli dito ni Carl Adam T1, but not enough follow-up mega kill for the carry. And looks like that's going to be it. Back me with the ultimate as well, pero di nasasapat pa. That's going to be the game. And the Rachel Lovers, if I'm not mistaken, playoff secured ang ating Rachel Lovers dito, mga kaibigan. Score natin ay 6-21, 6 for Starlight Lovelies and 21 for Rachel Lovers. Ang MVP ng ating laban ay si Hachi on the Esmeralda, 3-0-11 ang ating scoreline with a 67% team fight participation, 29% damage taken, 3% turret damage, and 34% hero damage, mga kaibigan. So basically, dito sa laban na to, nagkaunahan lang talaga ng snowball. And Rachel Lovers having that snowball on their hands, napakagandang advantage nun, especially they're the one running the Ling, they are the one running the carry and the Lunox, which is alam naman natin na super high scaling, no? Pero on the other side naman, medyo nahirapan makapag-capitalize ang ating Starlight Lovelies dito. But still, Starlight Lovelies playoff secured pa din naman sila. And if I'm not mistaken, playoff secured na rin yata ang ating Rachel Lovers dito. So, ang ating susunod na serye is going to be D-Rest versus Korean Sekai. Huwag kayong aalis, kayong magbabalik. I will be ending the live and magkakaroon tayo ng separate live stream dahil mag-charge lang tayo ng konti. And we are going to give time for the players to prepare. Again, my name is Nate and I'll see you later. Sobrang bilis lang neto para sa ating second series. That's going to be D-Rest versus Korean Sekai. Peace out and I will see you guys later.